winning things to come. The Chiefs quarterback was named the Associated Press Most Valuable Player at NFL Honors, beating out Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts. Offensive Player of the Year went to Vikings receiver Justin Jefferson, while Niners star Nick Bosa was named the top defender. The Jets swept the Rookie of the Year awards, with corner Sauce Gardner winning on the defensive side and receiver Garrett Wilson on offense. And for his charity efforts off the field, Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott was named Walter Payton Man of the Year. The new class of Pro Football Hall of Famers was also revealed. Cornerback Darrelle Revis, linebacker DeMarcus Ware, and left tackle Joe Thomas earned their gold jackets, along with corner Rondé Barber, linebacker Zach Thomas, defensive lineman Joe Klecko, Super Bowl V MVP Chuck Howley, cornerback Ken Riley, and influential former head coach Don Coryell. This is then NFL Network Now on the Westwood One Radio Network.
Milk, eggs,
golf with James on board.
Ma'am, you okay?
Need bucks? With Jackson Hewitt, don't wait weeks for the IRS to send your tax refund. Come in now for up to $3,500 with a no-interest, no-fee refund advance loan when you file your taxes. That's up to $3,500 today. Don't let high prices get you down. When every dollar matters, it matters who does your taxes. So get to Jackson Hewitt today. For eligible clients, loans by Republic Bank and Trust Company. Details at jacksonhewitt.com.
The new year is here. Time for a change. Start a recession-resistant new career in the high-demand IT field with My Computer Career. In just months, already in IT, build your cybersecurity skills and prep for thousands of open positions employers nationwide are desperate to fill. Attend classes live online or on campus, and financial aid is available to those who qualify, including the GI Bill. Make this your year. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. That's mycomputercareer.edu.
We are the Imperial Valley's AM 1230 KXO, El Centro, California, home of Super Bowl 57. If you speak ancient Latin from Rome, that would be XLVII. Aye. Okay. And, of course, that's Sunday. And all the hype, everything that's going on. Yeah. Oh, well, we'll see how that goes.
I thought you were going to announce, do you speak NFL?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, anyway, the weekend coming up, and of course, so much centered around the Super Bowl. And I will just kind of give you a heads up. I believe law enforcement will be out in force, making sure that, hey, if you're partying for the Super Bowl, that you don't drive if you've been drinking. You get somebody else or call Uber, right? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
There's something big going to happen this weekend, huh?
Yeah, that's the story. Are you ready for birthdays?
Birthdays. We got them.
Okay, let's jump in with our big shot birthdays. Actor Robert Wagner is 93. Roberta Flack, 86. Singer Jimmy Merchant of Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers. He's 81. He's not a teenager. Bass player Bob Spaulding of The Ventures, 76. Corey Lirios of Pablo Cruz, 72. Actor Kathleen Beller, 67. Actor Laura Dern, 56. Actor Jason Olive, 51. Actor Elizabeth Banks, 49. Actor Julia Pace Mitchell, 45. Actor Uzo Aduba is 42. Actor Stephanie Beatriz is 42. Actor Max Brown, 42. Actor Barry Sloan, 42. Actor Trevante Rhodes, 33. Actor Emma Roberts is 32. Actor Mackenzie Vega, 29. Actor Chloe Grace Moretz, 26. Actor Yara Shahidi is 23. Local birthdays coming up.
My name is Josephine Conway, and I'm an Imperial Valley Food Bank board member. Food has the power to fuel communities, especially among those struggling to find their next meal. As the main distribution center of donated food in Imperial County, we store, rescue, and purchase food in bulk to serve 25,000 people each month at over 30 locations. Join the fight against hunger and food insecurity in the Imperial Valley by donating online today at www.ibfoodbank.org.
Let's celebrate today's birthdays. Happy birthday, Alexandra Nava, Victor Laura, Liz Cordova, Madison Winkler, Erica Jimenez, Ana Vasquez, Eileen Cavill, Rebecca Aon, Cesar Dorame, Christina Delgado, Joan Jose, Joe Aguilar, Keith Smith, Kimberly Denise Torres, Christina Sandoval, Larry Iyer, Nikki Curtis, Tommy Golden, Tracy Miller, Victor Steven Cesena, Jose Luis Ramirez, and Jonathan Smith. Happy birthday from KXO.
Is that the one and only Tommy Golden?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, happy birthday, Tommy.
Okay. Well, there's a little bit of a backstory going on with the Super Bowl. Yeah. The pregnant wife of Philadelphia Eagles center Jason Kelsey will be at the Super Bowl with her obstetrician in tow in case she goes into labor. Apparently, Kylie Kelsey is 38 weeks along in her pregnancy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, like I said, a little bit of a backstory to the Super Bowl, right?
I can imagine how that conversation went or how it's going.
Yeah. Okay. And my hats are off to Southwest Airlines. Okay. You know, over the Christmas holiday, they really had problems. I mean, yeah, thousands of people were stranded for days. So Congress, of course, we're going to get to the bottom of this. Congress brings in the Southwest Airlines execs for a hearing. And the first thing the Southwest Airlines execs say is, we screwed up. Yeah. Can you believe that?
Well, hey, more power.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
More
I salute
power.
them. Yeah, they, first thing is we messed up.
Yeah, they could have pointed fingers to everybody else.
Yep. Yeah.
They didn't do that.
Oh, well. So we salute them. Over the years, I've always had very good experiences with Southwest. So I'm not. But they really did mess up over Christmas.
That they did. They were not the popular person in the house.
No. Okay, are you ready for news?
Ready.
We've got some.
Got some coming up.
We're going to jump in right now with a look at World and California news headlines brought to you this morning by your friends in the business. Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
Yes, News Brief. Federal authorities are at former Vice President Mike Pence's home. It's unclear what this is related to. We know Pence's attorneys handed over classified documents last month. He's also been subpoenaed by the special counsel overseeing investigations into former President Trump. Legal analyst Rebecca Roife tells us this doesn't mean there will be an indictment, but
in terms of putting these puzzle pieces together, the special counsel is fairly close.
A manhunt's over north of Baltimore for a man suspected of shooting two officers. WJZ TV reporter Amy Kawada.
For hours, authorities were on scene there trying to reach a peaceful resolution with the suspect, David Lithicum, to get him into custody.
A spokesman for the White Helmet Civil Defense Group in Syria told the BBC what they're seeing in the earthquake aftermath is catastrophic.
There's a huge lack in equipment and tools and fuel to power our tools and power our ambulance vehicles and cars.
CBS News Brief. I'm Stacy Lynn.
Become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer and get special pricing on cooling and heating tune-ups all year long. Call today to become a Lock Air Conditioning VIP customer at 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock VIPs receive discounted service and maintenance, discounted repairs, and priority service with prompt service. Lock Air Conditioning is your local York dealer, but they repair it all. So when the need arises, don't hesitate to call Lock Air Conditioning at 760-93-LOCKE. 760-93-LOCKE. That's 760-93-LOCKE. Lock, the only name in air conditioning for over 40 years. York, install with confidence. Contractor's license number 696216.
California headline news: 8 people arrested accused of stealing about $1 million worth of merchandise from Apple stores in 11 different California counties. Attorney General Rob Bonta says it's not an ordinary shoplifting case.
This is organized criminal activity, and we won't put up with it in our state. And we are holding these individuals here involved accountable.
The thefts allegedly occurring between last August and last month. The suspects allegedly stealing, then reselling the merchandise. The parents of a 1-year-old breathing a sigh of relief after their baby boy was rescued from a carjacking in Van Nuys. Lorena Esposito, James' mom, had stopped to grab tea at Starbucks. Then her car with a sleeping baby inside was stolen.
It was so fast, but it was also the scariest, longest moment of my life.
Police say 25-year-old Jessie Lopez stepped inside her Ford Escape and took off with James on board. The suspect and crashing into a car minutes later. Police able to make a quick arrest. James was safe. Dry conditions, seasonal temperatures across the state. Jeff Scott, California News.
World and California News headlines brought to you this morning by Lock Air Conditioning and Custom Sheet Metal. Lock, your year-round comfort specialist.
Need weekend plans? Check out what's happening at your local Lowe's. Weekending at Lowe's gives you and your family the opportunity to make us your weekend destination. Join us in-store for free giveaways, events, and activities for everyone to enjoy. This month, stop by for fun events like our 2-day Super Bowl prep party and our Valentine's-themed kids workshop. Visit Lowe's.com/events for this month's full lineup. Count on Lowe's for all your home improvement needs. And now, activities in your community with Weekending at Lowe's.
Did you know you can get your prescriptions for less at your local pharmacy? You can with GoodRx. It's the free app that can save you money on your medications. Just search for your prescription, choose the pharmacy and the price that works best for you, and then show your GoodRx coupon to your pharmacist at the drop-off counter. GoodRx works at over 70,000 pharmacies, including Walmart, Rite Aid, and Walgreens, and it works whether you have insurance or not. It's easy to save. Next time you drop off your prescription, check GoodRx. To start saving today, go to GoodRx.com. GoodRx is not insurance.
And it's page one of the local news, page one of service of El Centro Motors, Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane in Brawley, El Centro at El Centro Motors, and also at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Well, it's time to take a look at the latest in local news involving COVID-19. Here is an update.
New numbers were released Thursday morning. COVID numbers are provided by the County Public Health Department. According to the new numbers, there are currently 138 active cases of COVID-19 in Imperial County. That is 10 more than what was reported on Tuesday. COVID-19 tier metrics for Imperial County indicate new cases per day per 100,000 population are at 5.80, with the positivity rate of 6.4%. Fatalities from COVID-19 remain at 971. COVID numbers south of the border are very good. New numbers were released by the Baja California State Department of Public Health. They indicate just 55 active cases of COVID-19 in Mexicali. 339 active cases are reported in Tijuana, and 127 active cases were reported for Ensenada. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
The Imperial County Sheriff's deputies and Brawley police officers arrested a man after a carjacking. According to Brawley Police Commander Jonathan Blackstone, at about 8:15 p.m. Wednesday, Brawley Police assisted Imperial County Sheriff's deputies involved in the pursuit of a Ford Mustang in the city of Brawley. During the pursuit, the suspect drove through a perimeter fence at Barberworth Junior High School and then came to stop in the 400 block of D Street. The driver of the Mustang fled the scene but was located in the yard at a nearby residence. It was determined that the suspect had carjacked the Mustang at gunpoint in a parking lot in the 400 block of West Main Street in Brawley. As the stolen car left the parking lot, an Imperial County Sheriff's Officer deputy saw the Mustang driving recklessly and attempted to stop it. The driver fled the scene at a high rate of speed before the pursuit ended minutes later. The suspect was identified as Jacob Marsgal, 28 of Brawley. He is being held without bail at Imperial County Jail on charges of robbery, carjacking, evading a police officer with wanton disregard for safety and violation of probation. KXO News Time 7:43.
Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers have the best price on name brand tires, guaranteed. We're talking the finest names in tires: Michelin, Pirelli, Dunlap, Bridgestone, Continental, and more. Check the prices, then talk to your Quick Lane service advisor. He will give you the best price, guaranteed. Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers. They service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment. Quick Lane at El Centro Motors, in the Brawley Auto Center, and now at the Imperial Valley Mall.
Continuing with more local news this morning, flowers are almost always a give in the Valentine time frame. Here's George Gale on that story.
Many will be purchasing of their flowers in Mexicali. Be aware of the extra inconvenience when you bring them back across the border. U.S. Customs and Border Protection agricultural specialists will be kept very busy inspecting the flowers to ensure they are free from pests and disease that could harm the agricultural and floral industry in the United States. They understand the temptation to purchase bouquets for loved ones. However, protecting the integrity of the floral and agricultural industry in the United States is their top priority. Pests such as the Asian citrus psyllid and other diseases could be devastating to the local plants. Be aware the bouquets and single plants will be inspected, and if pests or disease is found, portions of the bouquets or even the entire bouquet could be confiscated. Roses, carnations, and many other flowers are allowed into the United States, but only after they are first inspected. All flowers and plants must be declared to the CBP officers. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Well, there's a sinkhole in an Imperial Park. City of Imperial Parks and Recreation and Public Works Department personnel discovered a sinkhole in the grounds of Anthony Redondo Memorial Park. City crews are currently assessing the extent of the damage to the park. Visitors to the popular park are asked to be careful when in the area. At this time, there is no word on when the repairs will be made. That concludes this edition of Local News. Stay with us for Page 2.
Page 1 of the Local News, a service of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Centers with 3 locations to serve you. Quick Lane, they service all makes and all models, and you never need an appointment.
IID wants to remind you that love should be the only thing in the air this Valentine's Day. Please make sure to keep Mylar balloons close to your heart and away from power lines this year. While these shiny metallic balloons can add to the festivities, they can float away and get tangled into electrical equipment, causing power outages. Secure them by tying them down or attaching a weight. And after the celebration, please deflate and dispose of them properly. IID thanks you for doing your part to celebrate responsibly.
And it's Page 2 of the Local News with weather, brought to you by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Great Japanese food, specializing in sushi rolls. 50 different varieties of sushi rolls, one for every state.
Continuing with local news this morning, skeletal remains were found in a burned-out El Centro building late Thursday afternoon. El Centro police reported that the remains of 2 individuals were found in the building in the 300 block of Commercial Avenue. The building had burned in June of 2021. The Imperial County Coroner's Office is investigating and working to identify the remains. Well, you guessed it. You've heard a lot of excitement in the air. The Carrot Festival is underway. Here's more on that story.
Carrot Festival is underway. It'll continue through the weekend in Hodeville. Today, the carnival rides will be open from 3 to 11 p.m. Carrot Festival kickoff concert will be held at 7 tonight, this evening, at the corner of Holt and 5th Street in front of Mechanics Bank. Pure Magic will perform the free concert. Beer and tacos will be sold at the event. Saturday is a full day of events, including a street fair and crafts fair, or the Street and Crafts Fair. Annual Carrot Festival Parade kicks off at 10 a.m. on Saturday. For KXO Local News, I'm George Gale.
Borstar agents train Mexican agents. Binational training was held recently in San Diego. The purpose was to help the government of Mexico agents perform migrant rescues along the border. Approximately 13 members of the Mexico Border Rescue Agency, Grupo Beta, received the 2-week training. San Diego Border Patrol officers said it was important to continue working with the government of Mexico to better protect migrants who are put in deadly situations by smugglers. They stated they have their Mexican partners working with them and providing greater impact in saving lives along the border. Well, one of the pools in El Centro is out of service. The Aquatic Center announced repairs are being made. They have closed the warm-up pool due to maintenance. Once the repairs are completed, the center will advise the public. They apologize for the inconvenience. We'll be back with a look at the weather.
Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, serving you fresh and delicious Japanese food. Also giving you great customer service and a menu full of items for everyone's appetite. Check out their unique Estates sushi rolls, one for each of our 50 states. And come join them with their famous sake bomb, a thrilling event with James Chingon. Make a group reservation at their cozy patio or cater at Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill, 416 South J Street in Imperial. Or call in your order at 760-355-4440. Visit them at KSushiBarandGrill.com.
Here's Carol Buckley with the weather update.
According to the National Weather Service, with dry weather persisting, temperatures will warm to slightly above normal levels today and tomorrow, with locally windy conditions. A low-pressure system will track through the region Sunday and Monday, resulting in a gradual cooling trend. Moisture with this system will be extremely limited. A more potent low-pressure system may impact the region during the middle of next week. 76 the high in the valley yesterday, 37 the overnight low. Increasing clouds today with a high near 71, west wind about 5 miles an hour becoming north-northeast. Mostly cloudy tonight with a low around 48, west-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour becoming southeast after midnight. Saturday, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 75. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 67. West wind about 10 miles an hour. 43 degrees, 45% relative humidity, wind out of the west 7 to 10 miles an hour. Page 2 of the local news. Brought to you by Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill in Imperial. Check out the daily lunch specials and their dinner menu featuring 16 different entrees. Kxo Sushi Bar and Grill just off Highway 86 in Imperial. We are counting down to Valentine's Day. And as we get closer, I want to remind you again about the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Donna and Pat George, owners of the Peanut Patch, are there for you. Okay. The perfect place for your Valentine's. The Peanut Patch carries homemade chocolates. They make fresh English toffee, pecan turtles, yogurt-covered peanuts, raisins, almonds, so many great chocolate items waiting for you at the Peanut Patch in Yuma. Google the Peanut Patch. They're online at thepeanutpatch.com. You'll get directions and enjoy what you see and enjoy at the Peanut Patch. The perfect place for a Valentine's Day gift. The Peanut Patch in Yuma. It's Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, an affiliate of the Scripps Health Network, working together to provide you the best care. Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes was named the NFL Most Valuable Player, the second time he's won the award. And Hall of Fame inductees for the 2023 class feature, finally, Don Coryell, the guy that devised the Air Coryell attack that so many teams are still using. Also coming in were Rondé Barber, Chuck Howley, Joe Klecko, Darrell Rivas, Ken Riley, Joe Thomas, Zach Thomas, DeMarcus Ware. KXO Sports Time 7:53.
Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District, ready to serve you and your family for all your healthcare needs. Let our team of dedicated physicians guide you on your journey to better health. Pioneers is a recognized leader in healthcare and has more than 10 health centers and clinics throughout the Imperial Valley. When the need arises, don't hesitate to come and see us. We have services and locations in Calexico and Brawley, and of course, our award-winning hospital, Pioneers Memorial. For more information on all of Pioneer's services, visit pmhd.org today.
And NBA action, the Bucks beat up on the Lakers 115-106. Magic topped the Nuggets 115-104. Hawks hammered the Suns 116-107. And the Nets over the Bulls 116-105. Meanwhile, Hall of Fame quarterback Brett Favre, who remains embroiled in a welfare fraud scandal in Mississippi, has sued Shannon Sharp and Pat McAfee, as well as the Mississippi State Auditor, for defamation. And small ball, baseball, about ready to open up spring training. And the Padres, active. The Padres have signed Yu Darvish to a 6-year extension through 2028. The extension worth $108 million. Don't forget, Super Bowl 57 Sunday. Our coverage starts at 11 a.m. on AM 1230 KXO. That's it for Sports Time, brought to you by Pioneers Memorial Healthcare District. Log on to pmhd.org for more information about Pioneers.
In America, the future belongs to everyone. So we engineered the truck of the future for everyone. Ford F-150. Available with a ProPower onboard generator and a variety of cab configurations for whatever you need to haul. Because the truck of the future isn't created for just a few. It's for America. Ford F-150. Drive one today. Come in now for a huge selection of vehicles like the 2022 Ford F-150 for 0.9% APR for 60 months, only at your San Diego County Ford dealers. Not all buyers will qualify for Ford credit financing. 0.9% APR financing for 60 months at $1,705 per month per thousand financed, regardless of down payment. Residency restrictions apply. For all offers, take new retail delivery from an authorized Ford dealer stock by 4/3/2023. See dealer for qualifications and complete details.
Financial news and a brief look at the weather, brought to you by Southwest Security, a locally owned company protecting you and your property. Southwest Security also offering live scan fingerprinting to the public. Russia will cut crude oil production by 500,000 barrels per day starting in March, a little over 2 months after the world's major economies imposed a price cap on the country's seaborne exports. In June last year, the European Union agreed to phase out all seaborne imports of Russian crude oil within the following 6 months as part of unprecedented Western sanctions aimed at reducing Moscow's ability to fund its war in Ukraine. And Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation has joined the list. They're cutting over 1,200 jobs. That's about 5% of its workforce. News Corp said they would cut the jobs after the media conglomerate fell short of quarterly Wall Street estimates for profit and revenue, hurt by declines across its businesses, including news. The company also said It incurred $6 million in one-time costs associated with its plans to merge with Fox Corporation, which Rupert Murdoch News Corporation, executive chairman and Fox co-chairman, scrapped in January. A slump in advertising spending by businesses hit by rising inflation and higher interest rates has dented one of the major sources of revenue for companies such as News Corp, which publishes the Wall Street Journal. Taking a look at the big board right now, red, but not a lot. The Dow off about 3 points. The S&P 500 off 9. NASDAQ down 97 points. Gold off $7.20 an ounce. Oil up $1.31 a gallon or barrel. Whatever, you're going to pay more at the pump.
Hi, this is Jason Jackson, owner of Southwest Security. I've been providing private security locally for more than 20 years and have owned Southwest Security for more than 6.5 years. I'm proud to announce that we have over 250 employees working here in Imperial and Coachella Valley. Last year, I opened Southwest Postal, offering you 24-hour access 365 days a year. P.O. Box service to you. Also located at Southwest Security at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro. If you're in the need for security services, please call us at Southwest Security at 760-970-4500. That's 970-4500.
Look for increasing clouds today with a high near 71. West wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming north-northeast. Tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 48. West-northwest wind about 5 miles an hour, becoming southeast after midnight. Saturday, mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming sunny with a high near 75. South-southeast wind 5 to 10 miles an hour. Sunday, mostly sunny with a high near 67. West wind about 10 miles an hour. We have 45 degrees, 40% relative humidity, wind out of the west, 7 to 10 miles an hour. Financial news and the weather brought to you by Southwest Security Services. They offer 24-hour-a-day post office boxes at Southwest Postal. You'll find them at the corner of 4th and Heil in El Centro.
At Burgers and Beer, our customers are like family. Let's hear what a few of them have to say about us.
All right, Burgers and Beers, pretty good. Of all the burgers, I like the Imperial Fig Burger the best. You pair that with some Jack Daniels, and you got a good afternoon.
One of my favorite experiences at Burgers and Beer was a recent soccer game, and it was one of the final games, and the entire restaurant was going nuts. The energy in the restaurant was off the hook, and it was so much fun.
Join us 7 days a week for happy hour from 3 to 6 with food and drink specials at Burgers and Beer.
The best oldies on the radio. KXO El Centro, the Imperial Valley's local news source.
This is CBS News on the Hour, your home for original reporting.
I'm Steve Kathan. There's word federal agents arrived this morning at the Indiana home of former Vice President Mike Pence. Nothing official on that reporting from CBS TV affiliate WTTV, but people close to Pence this week indicated a formal search for any classified documents was likely soon. About a dozen were found there last month by Pence's attorneys. This comes a day after Pence was subpoenaed by the Justice Department in its investigation into former President Trump. CBS News legal contributor Rebecca Royfee.
It shows that the special counsel is not solely focused on the documents that were found at Mar-a-Lago, but really is pursuing this question about January 6th and the pressure campaign regarding the electoral votes.
Overseas, rescued in the disaster zone. Amid the widespread death and misery, there are still survivor stories being told in the earthquake rubble in Turkey and Syria. CBS's Chris Livesay.
Time may be dwindling, but there's reason for hope. In the form of Yagi's Ulash, just 10 days old, he spent 4 of them buried alive. His mother was also saved.
The earthquake death toll now tops 21,000. CBS's Cammie McCormick has the latest now on stepped-up Russian attacks in Ukraine.
Russia launched a barrage of missiles and drones into 6 regions of Ukraine, once again hitting power stations. In the capital, they shot down 6 missiles, according to the mayor. In neighboring Moldova, they've summoned the Russian ambassador because one of the Russian missiles flew over that country.
China today called a unanimously passed House resolution condemning Beijing political manipulation and hype. The country's defense ministry says it refused a call from Defense Secretary Austin after the Chinese balloon was brought down. because there was not the proper atmosphere for talks. CBS's Nicole Killian.
We're learning, according to various U.S. officials, that potentially this balloon did have the potential to monitor or pick up communications. Obviously, this is still ongoing into the investigation of this balloon as U.S. officials tried to retrieve components of it and really piece together what it was designed to do.
In Maryland, a day-long manhunt ended with a standoff early this morning and then a surrender.
Time was on our side. We had eyes on the suspect. We had him pinned down. He was hunkered down.
Sheriff Jeff Gale on the chase for a man who will be charged in the wounding of 2 police officers in separate shootings. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes winning his 2nd NFL MVP award. He's got the Super Bowl coming up on Sunday. Wall Street right now, the Dow is up 60 points. This is CBS News.
If you have unfiled taxes or are in debt to the IRS, this is important news. The IRS just rolled out a new program to help struggling taxpayers more easily resolve their tax problems. It's called the Taxpayer Relief Initiative, and it opens up powerful new options for people looking to get back on the right track with the IRS. And no one knows this program like the professionals at Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution company. They've resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients and have the expertise and experience to help you. One easy call to Optima can start the process, helping to put an end to your worries of wage garnishment, asset seizure, and other aggressive IRS actions. Make today the beginning of your fresh start with the IRS. Call the experts at Optima Tax Relief now for your free confidential consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is still in the hospital.
The senator's doctors are now monitoring him with an EEG for signs of a seizure. But so far, according to a statement from his Senate office, there are no signs of that either. He remains at George Washington University Hospital, where he was taken Wednesday when he started feeling lightheaded during the Senate Democratic retreat. There's no word on when he might be discharged. Fetterman suffered a stroke about 9 months ago before the primaries. He uses special captioning technology on the Senate floor to assist him with the auditory processing disorder he's experienced as a result. Tim McLaughlin for CBS News, Philadelphia.
A 14-year-old girl reported missing by her foster family 1 year ago was found hiding in the closet of a home in Port Huron, Michigan. Authorities are now pursuing kidnapping charges against the girl's biological mother, who had previously lost custody and had apparently been on the move with the girl for many months. I'm Steve Kathan, CBS News.
And now, more of the best oldies on the radio with Carroll Buckley.
I turn it on in the morning and I leave it on all day.
AM 1230.
My music station.
KXO.
1230.